very short and crisp.
Sorry about that.
I'm aware the session just before lunch can be the best and the worst. Best if you're on time and worst if you're slightly off time. So I represent Madhusudan. I represent Jiva Ayurveda, which of course, as the name says, is an Ayurvedic organization which was founded in 1992 with a vision of helping people live a healthier, happier life through the authentic practice of Ayurveda. So like a lot of people presenting here, we're not technology people, so we're an Ayurveda company trying to deliver holistic healthcare to people. Now, of course, it started with the founder, Dr. Chauhan, who started it at his own clinic, seeing patients and treating patients. However, we wanted to take it beyond just the clinic and the four walls. So we started doing online consultations through the website, through internet. However, that was limiting us to only people who were having internet connections or computers available to them, largely a lot of people from the West, from the Western countries. So in the early 2000s, we pioneered a project with the government of India and MIT USA, where we worked in developing technologies that could take the affordable yet high quality healthcare to the rural and the remotest parts of the country. It was a project called Teledoc that won the World Summit Award at Geneva in 2002. So there were two parts of the problems, and we understood. We stumbled upon the telemedicine industry by chance from Ayurveda. So we understood two parts of the problem were, like we talk about, lack of infrastructure, be it doctors, be it advice, be it having to travel from city A to city B. And another problem that we started to see was this growing incidence of chronic, degenerative, incurable disorders. How many people here in this hall, somebody in the family or might yourself, or know somebody who's got a chronic disease, a degenerative disease, or a lifestyle disease? I'm sure a lot of people do. So it's not only a rural phenomenon. You could be living in a Delhi or a Bombay, you might have it. You could be living in the remotest part of the country and you might still have it. So what's the solution? Well, the lack of technology, with a lot of people who've spoken in the last 2 days, can, using technology, address this lack of availability issue. And we found out Ayurveda could very beautifully address the other part of the problem, that was chronic degenerative lifestyle disorders. So we pioneered the Jiva Telecenter, wherein we tried to keep it simple. We tried to see how we can leverage Ayurveda and Ayurvedic knowledge and take it to the masses at the same time. So these are some of our patients, Bimla Devi from, say, Orissa, or Rakesh Agarwal from Rajasthan. They would use a phone or an email or an SMS, whatever is available to them. Using that, make a connect to our telecenter where a doctor would be seated there to provide him the consultation, gives him the consultation and the advice, and if required, medicines in Ayurveda, a customized package of medicines delivered to his doorstep. So this was the model that we started in 2006 in its exact form, addressing some 35 patients a day with 3 doctors to begin with. And as it stands today, we are the world's largest Ayurvedic telecenter in the world. And I'll explain why I say the largest. If you talk about the impact in terms of reach, we do 6,000 patient consultations every single day. So we provide them with diet consultations, lifestyle consultations, free home remedies, kitchen remedies. Somebody calls up, says, I've got a severe acidity. We tell them, don't worry, go back at your home, take half cup of cold milk, mix it with half cup of water, drink, and your acidity will be gone. So simple things that does not require him to spend a penny, things available in his kitchen using simple herbs like amla, brahmi, available in every Indian household, most of them. Providing 6,000 patients consultations, and if required, if the patient wants, also delivering a customized package of medicines to his doorstep. So thank you so much. So out of the 6,000, approximately 800 or 1,000 people will take medicines. The rest, we provide this facility free of cost. In terms of impact, we're treating degenerative and lifestyle disorders right from the diabetes to arthritis to obesity, which are common, to very specialized ones, something like an ulcerative colitis or a polycystic ovarian disease, sciatica, migraine, so on and so forth. Reach, now this is, I love to show this graph, keeps it very simple. We reach out to more than 1,500 cities and towns. Practically we say 600 million cell phones, 700 million cell phones, or 900 million cell phones. Effectively, if you have a cell phone, you have a doctor in your pocket, and that's our proposition. So we have patients calling in from more than 1,500 cities and towns of this country, right from Bunki, which I'm sure not many people would have heard of, to Bombay. So up front, the taller buildings are the larger cities, say Bombay or Bangalore or Calcutta or Delhi, where we get the bulk of the patients from. However, this concept of long tail, and we have a very long tail. So we have a very long tail going down right to cities like Bunki in Orissa, which has a population of 15,000 people, to Ratlam, to Satna in Madhya Pradesh, Jhunjhunu in Rajasthan, Balia in Uttar Pradesh. So reaching out to the smallest of the districts with the least of the population, where at least a patient who's suffering from a chronic lifestyle degenerative disorder can connect to a doctor, get free tips, free remedies, and if required, medicines. So quickly, I would like to share some of our learnings as one of the players in the telemedicine, telehealth space, what we thought worked for us. One, we look at technology as an enabler, and I think some of my peers rightly mentioned it. We look at the problem and see what technology solves that problem the best, rather than see, oh, this is a cool technology, let's do something with it. So we look at the problem and then see what technology solves that problem the most efficiently, and pick the technology that is easy and, more importantly, accessible to the patient. Second, teleeducation, and a lot of people have pointed this out. Educating the patient is absolutely critical. You do not have telehealth or telemedicine without teleeducation. So what we do is we have a lot of programs where we do SMS-based education to the patient. We do web-based, we do phone-based, anything and everything available. But leading the whole education bandwagon has been our television educational programs that Dr. Chauhan does, which now have a combined viewership of more than 200 million people in the country. Knowledge enhancement, and I totally agree whenever people say that we are practitioners first, we are in an industry of healing people. So you cannot take the doctor out of the picture. You cannot take that personal touch out of the picture, because the minute you do it, telemedicine will never work. So along with that, having the doctor and enabling the doctor, training the doctor, not just on the technical aspects, but also how to talk to the patient. How do you make the patient feel comfortable, and the softer aspects of the treatment. Along with it, what we've done is in Ayurveda, because in allopathy there's a lot of documentation that exists, which Ayurveda unfortunately does not. So we pioneered Dhanvantari, which is a documentation application on every single of the 6,000 cases that we see. We are documenting every single case. So as of now, we have hundreds of thousands of patients database sitting there that we can use whenever in the future to make better services or offer better educational programs or run campaigns that enhance healthcare in the country. Second, for our own doctors, we have created another portal called Saraswati, Dhanvantari being god of Ayurveda and Saraswati being the goddess of knowledge, aptly so. So Saraswati is where we are documenting Ayurvedic knowledge that can be accessed by Ayurvedic practitioners and doctors. So right from diseases to successful case studies that we see in our center, to medicine information. If a patient calls with such and such problem, what is the best possible way to move forward? And thirdly, what we are doing and pioneering again in this field of work is standardizing the practice of Ayurveda. Understand, Ayurveda as a science is customized to every individual. So it's very difficult to customize the treatment in Ayurveda. But how we are tackling the challenge of ensuring quality while delivering it to the masses is ensuring that we are able to, over a period of time, standardize the practice of Ayurveda. This we are doing through documentation and seeing what works, what doesn't work, and eventually coming out with case studies and case stories. So what we've been able to do in the last 10 years, and I hope I've been able to explain you in the 10 minutes that I was given. So we've been able to create a platform where we can easily, the patient, no matter where he is, can easily reach to us, and we've established a model of ensuring that healthcare is provided to that patient irrespective of where he is and where he is calling from. We've done this so far on our own. Like I said, we're passionate about Ayurveda and taking holistic treatment to people in the big cities and the small cities, in Indian cities and in international cities. So we're passionate about Ayurveda. We've done this ourselves. I've seen over the last 2 days, people are pioneering a lot of products and services and things like that in the industry. So it'll be happy if we can collaborate and work together to see how we can take this holistic system of medicine that is indigenous to India to more and more people. If you're doing 6,000 people today, can we do 10,000 or 20,000 people a day in the next year or 2 years to come? So I would like to also say that if we can collaborate on that space, I'd be happy to see how we can collaborate and make it a collaborative effort. I can't explain much of what we do. Dr. Chauhan, who's the pioneer in this field, will also be speaking later in the afternoon on the 4th floor. So if you want some more details on this, you're most welcome to join that session. With that, I would like to say, end with a very famous and appropriate verse from Sanskrit, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, Sarve Santu Niramaya, that also in a certain sense captures the essence of telemedicine and the spirit of telemedicine, that let everybody be healthy, let everybody be happy no matter where they are. With that, thank you very much, and I hope we are able to do this.
Thank you, Madhusudan.
I hope I didn't exceed my
No,
time.
I was always thinking whether we are successful or not in telemedicine. I think hearing you, I think we are slowly towards successful.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure. Pleasure is mine.